again, look at this, the E channel. No one can find it. We've got 3 viewers on this program. It's certainly fascinating. And it's so easy getting guests when you get 3 viewers. It's really something else. Well, how you like my set? Richard Marx, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Marx. There he is. Woo, he's cute. He's cute. Woo. Richard Marx, of course, has written many hit songs, which we are going to talk about. But, Richard, you are being one pain in the ass today, and you know that.
What?
You know you're being a pain in the ass.
Why am I being
I consider you a friend. I consider you someone who's a fan of my radio program.
Absolutely.
Now you are a fan of my E! channel. You are a fan of my film that's about to come out, The Adventures of Fart Man. You have written a theme song for The Adventures of Fart Man. So I say to Richard, I said, hey, look, help me out with this show. You are married to the beautiful...
Oh.
He's married to a very beautiful woman. What's her name, Cynthia?
Yeah, Cynthia.
Cynthia Rhodes, right? No, there she is. Cynthia is in Dirty Dancing. She was the one who played the good-looking woman, Patrick Swayze's love interest. Well, she wasn't the love interest.
She's the ex-love interest.
Ex-love interest. She's got pregnant.
Had the abortion.
You got any more pictures? Let's just look at pictures of Richard's wife for a good half hour here, because she's so beautiful. What the hell is... Oh, there. Now look at that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this picture? The movie revolves around the woman in the center having a love affair with the good-looking guy on the right. Meanwhile, there's Richard's wife on the left. She's a gorgeous woman. There's nothing wrong with that woman.
The mother of my 2 children.
The mother of Richard's 2 children. And we're going to devote the half hour that we have with Richard, not to his career, not to his music, but to that woman. So I say to Richard...
Because what you love most about me is her.
I really love your wife. Yes. You know what? I'm not choked up with you.
Yeah,
it's your wife I wanted to meet.
Yeah.
So I said to Richard, why don't you bring your wife to my E! channel show and help me out? And you said what?
I said to her, Howard would love to have you come down and sit in, not even for the whole thing, just sit down and...
Just say hello, sit here in a short mini dress.
I prefaced it by saying this. Don't answer me now. Think about it.
Right.
When I said it, she still said no way.
Your wife says no. Why is your wife afraid to meet me?
I don't know. She loves you.
She loves me and she will not meet me. This is so friggin' frustrating. Well, I really wanted her on the show. Then I said, well, you know what? That's okay. I don't need the wife, because we can just talk about the wife, how you have sex with your wife, the outfits that your wife wears. We can talk about your wife for a good half hour. But I said, hey, it would be really nice. Richard will open up the show with I'll bring out an organ. You'll do some of your greatest hits. We'll do a little... Wait a second. You ever see the old Mike Douglas show? And musicians used to come in and they'd sit there with an organ and say, then I wrote this one, then I wrote that one. They do a little something.
It was cheesy then.
I don't mean a whole friggin' song. I wanted you to do a friggin' song, and you won't do a friggin' song for me? And then did you threaten to walk out?
Am I the first guest you've yelled out?
I'm going to yell at you now.
Oh, okay.
Did you threaten to walk out of the show?
Absolutely not.
You did. You threatened to walk out. We had an organ in here, and his manager said, if you don't get the organ out of here, Richard will leave. What kind of friend is this guy? What kind of fan are you of mine?
Am I sitting here with you?
You're killing me.
I never said I would walk out. Never.
You mean you would play the organ if I had an organ here?
No.
You wouldn't do a couple of your songs?
No.
You won't do a couple of friggin' songs? I would like to choke you. What am I going to talk to you about for a half hour?
Look, you're spitting all over me now.
You're crazy. What am I supposed to talk about? Your wife for a half hour? Why don't you do a couple of your friggin' songs and help me out? You're so good when you sit there with a stupid organ. You're a very talented guy. And if I tell you to do a couple of songs, you do them. You do them. And you don't argue with me, because people will enjoy it and it's going to come off good. Would I let you do something that wouldn't come off good?
Yes, absolutely.
Where's your friggin' manager? And where's your manager? I want to meet this guy.
Well, he's not my manager.
Bring your manager out here.
He's not really my manager.
Where is your manager? I tell you what, let me take a break. I want to talk to your manager. Okay. Who's the guy you got with you?
I have a representative from my manager.
When we come back, I will negotiate with Richard's manager.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
And you're not walking out either.
No, I'm not going to walk out.
And I'm going to talk to you about your wife. I'm going to talk about her underpants. And I'm going to talk about how many times you have sex.
Isn't that enough?
And I'm going to keep spitting on you if you don't do anything. You guys getting sprayed. All right, look. This is what's called in television difficult guest. Richard's a difficult... You know what he said to me backstage? He says, I'll talk about anything. So he doesn't bring his wife, and he won't play any music. So he won't talk about anything. He won't do what I say. You don't trust me, do you? What would happen if you sang a song? What would happen if you sang a song on this show?
Look, Howard,
what if you did a couple of notes? Just a couple of friggin' notes.
If you were my friend, you would have called me and said, "Would you come when you come down?"
So I didn't call you. So big deal. I forgot to call you. Like it's a big deal. You're a musician. You just take out your piano and you do it.
First of all, can you hear me? I'm sick. I just got back from Australia.
You're breathing on me and you're sick. No, I'll tell you something. All right, look.
I want to have control, just like you want to have control over how you look and how your show is presented.
I just wanted a couple of notes. Oh, you're such a baby. I just wanted a couple of notes. You know what happens when life is too good for you? When you have a few million in the bank and you're having sex with a woman from that Dirty Dancing, this is what happens to you. You become difficult.
Can we talk about this whole? Did I help improve your sex life on that vacation?
We'll talk about that in a minute. I'll tell you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about sex.
That's not enough.
I help him
have sex with his wife.
Shut up. I'm sick of you.
Jeez.
Let's spend the next half hour talking to Richard Marx about his wife, since she's not here. And then eventually we will bring out his manager, who will sit and talk to me about why he won't play the piano. When we come back, Richard Marx. Oh, you don't like that, huh?
No, it's cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm here with Richard Marx, and it's an interesting program tonight.
Yeah, really
I wanted his beautiful wife to come by. You know, here's a guy, successful rock star, and he's got everything in life, and that's really what this show is about tonight. What's it like to have everything in life? And you write a couple of hit songs, which you will not perform here tonight, but you're going to do that for me, aren't you? Come on, man. Bring out the organ and just play a couple of notes. Do it for me. Do it for me in the next segment.
Well, maybe you should stop this and just take over my career and just manage my career, because...
Let's talk about your career.
Because it's not really him. It's
Richard has put out a bunch of ballads.
It's me you care
Wait a second, I want to talk to you about this. This is something interesting. You put out a bunch of ballads in your career. The most famous of them being... Sing three notes of the most famous one. The most famous song that you ever did.
Why are you doing this?
Sing it! Sing it!
Sing it!
Sing it! You're a singer.
Sing it. You know
You're
what
a
it
friggin'
is? Do
singer.
you know what it is?
What is it? What's the name of it?
My good friend
testing
Howard.
You. What is the best
I'm testing
song?
it. Let's see.
What is it?
Can't
I don't
quite
remember your song. I got to be honest. I don't even know what this guy does. I know you wrote some hit songs. What is the one big hit song? The biggest
It's called
one?
Right Here Waiting.
Right Here Waiting.
That's my biggest hit so far.
What? How's it go? Just look at it.
There's the three notes. That's it.
Right here waiting for you.
Nice. Howard,
you wrote that song.
Your call.
Hold it a second. You wrote that song
about my gorgeous wife.
About your beautiful wife, who we're going to talk about because she couldn't come here, and you can't play that song.
It's her
of course.
birthday today, man.
It is her birthday today.
Yeah.
And what I want to talk about is when you write a song like that, and then the money starts rolling in, and everything is going so perfectly. You start to feel like your life is going to get jinxed at some point.
Yeah.
And aren't you upset that the record company keeps releasing your ballads because you consider yourself a hard rock and roll kind of guy? Every one of your albums has hard rock on it, but the record company keeps releasing the ballads?
Yeah, that's true.
So you're having an identity crisis?
Well, somewhat. I mean, I've never considered myself to me, hard rock is Metallica and Nirvana, and I've never done that.
But you write heavier songs.
But I write rock and roll songs.
And you're upset because people think that, hey, maybe you're writing wimpy ballads only, right? But you write good ballads.
Yeah, I think
But you're upset about that, right?
Well, no, I'm not upset about it. I'm upset because the record company, record companies used to be concerned about somebody's overall career.
Record companies are pigeonholing you.
The record companies want to make as much money as they can.
What's wrong with that?
If one of my ballads is really huge, then instead of saying, okay, well, let's show another side of what the album's all about, they just want to cash in on the ballad, so they put out the other ballad on the record. And then when you've had three ballads in a row, the public only hears what they hear on the radio, and they start to think, well, he's a ballad singer. And that's not, the ballads are the smallest part of what I do.
Smallest part of what you do, so you're upset that your image is a ballad guy.
Yeah, because it's not really representative of my music.
Well, I wouldn't be upset about it, because I'm going to tell you something. If my career was such that I could write a couple of ballads and make a couple of $1 million, I would be happy. And that would be good enough for me.
Well, I'm not unhappy about it.
You're a happy guy.
Very happy.
And let's describe your life now. This is a real treat, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen at home, you're about to be in on a treat, because you're going to get to live the life that Richard Marx does. You're going to get to learn what it's like to be a rock star and have sex with a beautiful woman from a beautiful movie, Dirty Dancing. Now, what must that be like? Wow, I can't wait to get to it. We're going to take you from, look at that. How old is she now?
She won't mind me saying she's 36.
36. Will you dump her when she gets older?
No.
You think you'll be...
She didn't dump me when I had nothing.
All right, you met her when you had nothing.
I was 21, yeah.
You're a handsome guy, let's face it. You often say you were not good looking, but you're a good looking guy.
After seeing that opening of your show, I don't know.
Where did you meet your wife?
I met her during a movie she was doing called Staying Alive.
Staying Alive. Staying Alive with John Travolta, your beautiful wife. There she is. Oh, man. Hey, I hope we have a lot of pictures of your wife. I want to do a whole montage of your wife. Look at that. And look at Travolta. And look at that. Well, what is that?
That's Frank Stallone, your buddy.
Yeah, and who else?
And Cynthia.
And what is Cynthia doing with Frank Stallone?
Singing.
And what is that?
God, I've never seen this picture.
What is that picture?
I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
Cast of Staying Alive.
That's the cast of Staying Alive?
Directed by Sylvester Stallone.
More pictures of Richard's wife, please. That's it?
It's the end of the photo session.
All right, so you meet this woman when you're a struggling musician, and she falls in love with you. How soon after you meet her do you get to sleep with Cynthia? How long does it take before you get into a love thing with her?
3 months.
3 months. It took you 3 months to seduce her.
Yeah.
Would have taken me a night. You know, on my wife, I got her the second date. A lot of people don't know that. I got my wife the second date. First date, I got to third base. Second date, sex. All the way. I went all the way.
See,
Why did it take so long for you to get Cynthia?
because we were best friends before we were lovers.
Best friends, but you were immediately attracted to her. So you
I
used
wanted
the scam
her.
of
I
saying
wanted her that fast.
you wanted her that fast. And when you first met her, what was she wearing? Was she wearing a dance leotard? What was she? Describe the outfit when you first saw her.
When I first saw her, she was wearing a sweater and tight jeans and boots.
We'll come back when we talk some more about Cynthia, Richard Marx's wife. Right after this, we're going to have a whole segment on Cynthia and how they met and when they had sex. We're back again, and look who's here. Richard Marx, of course, on the, what is this, the E channel we're on?
E!
Yep. And, of course, is this your road manager?
No, I'm a staff member at the management company.
I've never met him. I've never met him.
This guy's got a real attitude. So what happens is, we're backstage.
I'm the nice guy.
I said, hey, since Richard didn't bring his beautiful wife, Cynthia Rhodes, with him, how about we have Richard come out and play, you see that piano over there, little electric organ? Have him just do a couple of notes from some of his songs. It'll be a nice touch on the interview show. So this guy says, if you bring out the piano, Richard's leaving.
That's incorrect. I never said that.
That's a lie.
I never said that. I never said that.
Marta, get out of here. Did he say that?
Absolutely not.
Did he say that?
I said Richard didn't expect to perform on the show today.
So what do you mean?
He's back from Australia sick. You guys have a lot to rap
What's wrong
about.
with you exactly?
I've heard
What is
you on the
wrong with
radio show.
I do have a cold.
You have a cold?
Yes.
But you perform when you have a cold, don't you?
Yeah, but
you're
not,
the kind of guy
when you were
when you were first in show business, you had to have a cold sometimes. You would go out there and you would perform a little bit and do a couple. I'm just looking for a couple of notes. You got to be a pain in the ass. And who the hell are you?
My name's
Yeah,
Ed.
who are you?
Ed. Oh, big deal, Ed.
I'm a staffer
What? He
at the
can't talk for
management
himself?
company. He can.
Yeah, so
Where's
you
but Chip McDermott? I was on the phone with him. Your producer all
Yes.
yesterday. No mention of performance.
Of course not. If we mentioned it, he wouldn't have shown up. Everybody's got an attitude. I don't mention things. I just say have the piano there. Come on, Richard, walk over there.
No.
Walk over there.
No,
Walk
no.
over there.
No.
Come on. Come
No.
over here. Come here.
No.
Come here. Let me show you
No.
something. Come on. Come on.
Go,
Do
you
it.
go
Do
first.
it.
Show me what
Come
you
on.
can
Do
do.
it. Do it. Do it.
Come on.
Come on.
Play the piano.
Come here. Turn this on.
It's not even on. Play me a little tune. Yes!
Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on over. Come on over and do it. Tell him it's okay to do it.
He can speak for himself.
Come on, do it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, there he goes. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's that? Here's a wire.
Now.
Come here. Sit down. Now here.
All right, here was my first
Do the
hit.
one. Do the first hit. No, do your first hit. Just do a couple of notes.
My
Don't
first
do the whole
hit,
thing.
which video you just saw for
Go
Don't
ahead.
Do Nothing. You'll sing it.
Go ahead. You do it. Come on. Do it.
No.
Do your first hit. Sing a few notes of it.
I worked so hard on these
I'm going to
records.
smack you in the head.
No, you're not going to smack me.
Just a couple of notes. Sing
No.
a couple of
You know what?
notes.
Here's what we'll do.
Sing
We'll
a
sit-
couple of notes. Richard, tell him it's okay.
Hey, he can speak for himself.
Tell him it's okay.
I'm not going to say it.
Come on, sing a couple.
I don't want to sing.
You would think you're the Beatles here, for God's sakes, the way you're carrying on. You're talking about just doing a couple of notes for me.
I don't-
Make history. Come on.
Yeah, I wanna-
If
remember-
other people see you doing it, then they'll come on and want to do it. Before you know it, have a little
No,
unplugged
believe
thing
me,
here.
if other people see me doing it, you'll never get anybody to do
That's
it
not
again.
true. 3 notes. Just give me just whatever it is. Just do the chorus.
Whatever
Do
it
it. Do
is.
it. That's it. Go ahead.
Whatever it is.
That's it. Do that. Do that.
Nice.
I'll sing with you. I'll sing with your chubby manager here. I'll dance. I'll dance. You sing. Come on. Come here. Come on. Let's go. Come
ready?
on. Do it. Do it. Come
You
on.
gotta sing it.
I'm a slow dancer.
You sing.
No, man.
on.
This is way too much.
Come on. Dance with me.
Howard, no one ever knew this, man, about
Can I
you.
cut
I'm
in
positive.
Look at that. There you go. That's fun. We're having a good time now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're having tremendous.
So you write that song and you wrote it.
Let me tell you something. Of
Yeah.
all the shows I've ever been on, this is one of them. Yeah.
All right, you jokester, you.
Yeah.
All right, Richard. So you wrote that song. Do one other one. Just play the music of one other one that you wrote. Go ahead. Come on, so people know what you do.
Here, the last one from the last album that did pretty well was
All right.
a song called Hazard.
All right, let me hear a little of that.
You can't. It's not a piano
Just do
song.
it.
It's not a
Do
piano
it,
song.
do it.
It's like.
I have a saw guy.
It's like
Guy's a
country
musician
song.
and he
It
can't
sounds
do it.
really good just playing it on the. I'm not going to do this.
All right, play the other one. I'll sing.
I have more respect for myself.
All right, play the hit song and I'll do it.
Okay, ready?
Whatever How's that? All right.
Only I
That was
thought of
tough.
that, you know?
I have a cold.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So move over to the banquet.
Yeah, okay,
The banquet. Everybody, the banquet.
Quickly to the banquet.
And you, I'm sick of. You get out of here. Go ahead.
Please,
Move away.
please.
Get out. There you go. That's it.
Where's the
I think
mic?
you with some help. Go ahead.
You know,
Here.
you what I
There you
love?
go. All right, sit
There
back
you go.
down. Here you go.
They had to
I
do
don't
it.
have a mic now.
All right, sit down.
They had to do his hair before he came
They had to
out.
do
That's
his
my
hair.
favorite part.
All right, so let's get back to your wife.
Yeah.
Cynthia Rhodes. Take a picture for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about. Richard Marx is married to the lady who was in Dirty Dancing. So quite simply, you meet
there's
her,
my video.
and when you finally get to sleep...
See, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh, let me see that again.
Can you rewind
look
that?
at Oh, my goodness.
Can you rewind that and freeze frame it?
Yes, can we rewind
back
a
up,
little
back
bit?
up, back up,
and,
back up, back up.
No, wait a second.
Okay, wait. Yes!
Yes! Oh, look at that. I love her bent over a couch.
Isn't it nice?
You know, that's got... Oh, that is fabulous. Oh, my God, that's fabulous.
Where am I going to sleep tonight?
That is something else. Hey, I bet you... Do you ever look at... Hey, do you ever look at his wife? Yeah, pervert. Do you ever? All right, let me take a break here, Richard. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up.
can't
Okay?
wait.
We're going to take a little short break here. We'll be back right after this. All right, we're back with Richard Marx. Richard Marx, in addition to writing a lot of great songs, also wrote the Marlboro theme or something? What is that with Marlboro? What is this with jingles?
My dad used to do jingles when I was growing up.
Your dad
Still
wrote
does.
jingles?
My dad wrote tons of jingles.
And what do you have to do with the Marlboro theme?
He arranged it. That was the theme to the movie Magnificent Seven. And my dad did all the arrangements. Like,
He did that?
He did all the arrangements for that, yeah.
And what about Marlboro? How did Marlboro
That was
go?
Marlboro.
That was Marlboro? Dun, 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 dun.
Very good.
Dun, 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 dun,
My
dun.
dad still does.
I thought Marlboro was dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
I'm surprised. But anyway, Richard Marx is here, and he, of course, has the best...
Taking major abuse.
Do you think you're taking abuse?
No.
You're having a good
You know
time,
I
aren't
love
you?
you, man. You know I love
Wouldn't you recommend to other celebrities that they do this show?
I do, all the time.
You do recommend? And what do they say? They say, forget it, I don't care?
No, it's real split down the middle, you know. Some people, some people just don't... They don't understand that you give equal time to everybody.
And do you think that
like
people...
Grace Smith was saying from Jefferson Airplane.
There you go, whatever. Anyway, but in other words, you don't mind me asking about your wife.
No.
You're proud of your wife.
I'm proud of my wife.
What is wrong about two guys talking about
Hey,
his wife?
what happened with on the vacation?
What vacation?
Remember I was on the show and I...
Well, you know, that's
Maybe
a
if you
very
help
heavy
with
subject. I have a problem. I don't mind saying this. This is an adult program. There's a lot of adults watching.
None in this room.
Not in this room, right. But I do have a problem that when I make love to my wife, I am not the world's greatest lover. Things go very slow. I mean, things go very fast.
Quickly, yeah.
Very quick, my wife gets upset. It's all over in a flash.
In a matter of seconds.
I get started and then it's over. And I think it's a compliment to my wife, but it leaves her very frustrated.
Yeah.
And you said to me that there are ways of combating this. And I listened to you. And what was the big way you told me to combat it?
Well, it's just slowing down and even coming to a complete stop.
Complete stop. Well, let me tell you something. I took your advice, and I came to a complete stop. And lo and behold, my wife was very satisfied, and I have you to thank for that.
Thank you very much.
And let me tell you something. There probably is a great deal of pressure on you with a wife as beautiful as yours to keep her satisfied. I mean, you probably hop in the sack with her and you say, how am I going to keep my wife satisfied, don't you?
No.
You don't at all. No. And she's very content.
My wife digs me.
So what happened? Let's wrap up the show now. Now that you've done a couple of songs, we talked about the Marlboro theme.
Yeah.
And we
got my manager's staff member out here. Yeah.
And when you and we talked about your music a little bit, right? Yeah. I think we talked about it.
We don't want to talk about the usual stuff.
You don't mind me talking about your wife?
No.
What was it like when your wife finally said, yes, I will sleep with you?
It
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And you mean she announced to you that she was going to sleep with you?
She said, it's time.
It's time.
Take me, I'm yours.
And what was she wearing that night that she said that?
She was wearing, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I just
Mini
remember
skirt,
what she
something
looked
like
like
that,
without
something
it on.
provocative. And then she disrobed and you made love.
Yes.
You did not disrobe her, she disrobed.
We both disrobed each other.
We both disrobed each other. Oh, that's so romantic.
Isn't it?
Is that romantic? Do you love this show?
Now we have 2 kids.
You learn a lot. Now you have 2 kids. Well, that's great.
So we've done it at least twice.
That's fantastic. And Richard Marx is having a great life. In fact, this is the life that a lot of you would like to have, but you're never going to have it, unfortunately. I know I'm never going to have it. My wife won't let me have it. No. But no, you're having a great life. To be a multimillionaire and to be having this caliber of woman every night is really something remarkable, and
yes,
I applaud you. I applaud you. It's a great life story. It really is. And what is in the future? You'll be going out on tour?
I'm finishing a tour, actually, in London next week, and then back in the studio to finish another record. And, you know, hopefully I'll be on your show again.
Well, yes, absolutely.
It's what I have to look forward to.
And Richard Marx, thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
It was a lot of fun. You played a little bit. You could have sang. It would have been a lot nicer if you sang for me. It really would have been.
Next time.
Yeah.
Give you something to look
give a
forward
little
to.
of yourself. But okay, next time maybe you'll sing. And we'll see you the next time right here at the Howard Stern interview.